Keith Mady with Landmark Title. The real estate market is constantly changing, and it's important for you to stay on top of this information. With Marketing Insights, we provide you facts, figures, and statistics to stay on top of the market. Come join us now.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Market Insights by Landmark Title for January 2024. Let's get to work, Sarah. In today's agenda, we're going to talk about some industry updates, both nationally and locally, along with numbers, primarily in Maricopa County and the individual cities in Maricopa County. On fast facts, these are primarily through Maricopa County, ladies and gentlemen. Active listings total 10,715. Single family homes made up 8,208. Townhomes 806. Condos 785, and manufactured homes 695. Closed units up slightly at 3,908. Absorption rate did climb a little bit to 34.87%. Coming soon did increase significantly by several hundred homes to 597. It was at 608. Interest rates did come down, ladies and gentlemen, 2 or 3 times in the last quarter. We're currently at a range between 6.1 and 7%. Our average sale price in Maricopa County is currently $559,624. Next. So, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to the Phoenix housing market, please know this. From CoreLogic, they expressed insight that we exceeded or outperformed the rest of the nation. And so, ladies and gentlemen, we did do well in Maricopa County, according to CoreLogic. Next. Ladies and gentlemen, also what's coming here by the CoStar Group is they talked about the zip code 85212 near the Mesa Gateway Airport. That, ladies and gentlemen, at the national level, has one of the highest growth of inventory and spec buildings being built. Mesa Gateway Airport is on the rise, one of the best in the nation. Next. Also looking at Brookfield Residential opened its 4th phase, over 1,000 acres in the West Valley. They've just sold 179 so far. There's 9 builders coming into that location from Shea Homes, Capital West, Brightland, and David Weekley Homes, Taylor Morrison, of course. And this is coming out. They're going to have 4,000 new sites in the West Valley in Alomar. Next. Ladies and gentlemen, the title companies have been hacked. Fidelity is one. Next slide. And then there's a little bit of insight on First American. And ladies and gentlemen, this did impact our business. Cybersecurity is a need, a focus, a priority on everybody's part. Everybody needs to be taking precautionary steps to keep everybody's data intact, minimize loss of any kind of monies on behalf of the buyer and seller. Next. Ladies and gentlemen, just a quick update from Housing Wire. Again, there was a case involving the National Association of Realtors in Missouri where the plaintiffs were awarded $1.78 billion. That could rise to over $5 billion. That, ladies and gentlemen, is significant. This is one of now north of 17 copycat claims that have been filed. This is having a definite influence in our market. There is going to be a lot of focus to do an appeal by NAR. Some saying that appeal could happen by the 2nd quarter of this year, and some people are saying the appeal won't be complete until the 2nd quarter of next year. Please know this comment. We all need to become champions of adaptability. While we're helping buyers buy and sellers sell in our industry, there's a lot of influences happening above us that candidly we have little to no impact on, but we still need to be aware and have strategy plans because we all need to become, again, champions of adaptability. Next, please. Ladies and gentlemen, this was interesting to me. This was published in October, but it's worth noting that if you have an ADU on your property that you can rent out, and generate income, that can help offset the cost of your rent or your mortgage. I'm sorry, your mortgage. And so FHA has tweaked that to approve that. ADUs are a really big deal in the state of Utah, but it's carried over to a majority of the United States just due to the housing shortage. Next, please. Local news here, ladies and gentlemen, that Zillow is suing the Arizona Regional MLS and Metro MLS over showing time access. Again, showing time is still being able to be used in Flex MLS in our local MLS. It's no longer just a default. The listing agent would have to put in showing time as a link to use showing time. The default has turned to aligned showings. Just a headline that Zillow is filed a case against ARMLS for that. Next, please. Ladies and gentlemen, interest rates. We've seen a decline yet again for the fourth quarter. When we were talking a year ago this time, December of 2022, January of 2023, all major economists from NAR and economic advisors across the country, I would sense they were all anticipating interest rates today would be at 5.5%, what they're deeming the magic interest rates where buyers can buy and sellers can sell. Ladies and gentlemen, there was another article published in late December, like we were all wrong. We all missed that. And that's a result of how much influence is happening in war, in housing, in politics, in property technology, and societal shifts. It's looking to be a very strong year in 2024 and an equally strong, if not even stronger year in 2025. So it's time to get our sleeves rolled up again, to be adaptable, and interest rates everybody is anticipating now that are only going to help the majority of buyers buy easier. Next, please. So as we run through the numbers, total actives in ARMLS and actives in Maricopa County townhomes, what I'd like to point out to you, ladies and gentlemen, in coming soon, that we're at 5,097, and that's up more than 200 from just last month. So again, people are getting poised to get to work on that. And then for the first time in, I'm going to say 8 months approximately, for the month of December, we ended with a lesser inventory, total actives in ARMLS than the previous month. For the last 8 to 9 months, we've only climbed up in our available inventory. Again, inside of the Arizona Regional MLS, total actives, 27% are outside of Maricopa County, with about 80% of those being in Pinal County, and the other 10, 15, 20% of that subset is throughout the state, whether it's the White Mountains or Flag or Sedona. So let me say it one other way. Approximately 68% to 70% of all of our active listings are in Maricopa County when you look at the Arizona Regional MLS. There you go. Next slide, please. Simple math. Again, we peaked at a bottom of about 4,000 active listings in the 153 zip codes in Maricopa County, which was 26 active listings per zip code. We're currently at 11,053, which is 72 listings per zip code on average. That's single family townhome condo. And that's down from what was 72 active listings just last month. Next, please. Looking at our dashboard, again, just another way to look at the active listings, the sold and under contract. And then the bottom left quadrant of sold versus list price, a run rate for the last 24 months, the median and average sale price. They've been trending up and slightly down for the month of December. But please know that is just 2.3% below 100% of active list price. And then when you look at the month of December, our prices did come down. If you're looking at the bar graph on the bottom right, the blue and the red line, you're going to see where the month of December on the far right is down slightly. That is true. And we're anticipating that to begin to go to work, especially if interest rates do go down. The prices are going to probably go up just a little bit there. Next slide, and more importantly, is this trend on supply and demand. The blue line is, again, is representing the month of supply that did come down this past month. And we're currently at 2.87 months with an absorption rate of 34.83. And that's down from what was approximately 28% last month. Next, please. As we look at all of Maricopa and Pinal County combined, and go back 1 year, and I'm just anchoring January to January, active listings are down 12, almost 13% in the blue circle. Median sale price for both counties combined are up 3.5% with an average of 251 per square foot. Next slide, we're going to break that out into, go ahead, Sarah. On your left, as you're looking at the screen, is Maricopa County. On your right is Pinal County. So if you look at the gap there, our active listings in the blue circle are down 13%, 13.5 in Maricopa County, down 9.7 in Pinal County. The median sale price per square foot in Maricopa County is up 3.8%, and it's only up 1.5% in Pinal County. But I want you to see, ladies and gentlemen, the gap in median sale price per square foot. It's north of $63, $64 difference between those two counties. And that's why I do like a separation there that people can understand that. Next, please. This is the graph of all of Maricopa County. And what I'd like to point out to everybody here, ladies and gentlemen, in the green arrow, under contract was 4,036 homes. Solds were 3,789. The next line down where it says new listings in blue caps, blue bold, 3,935. Really what this is saying to you, ladies and gentlemen, just by about 100 homes, give or take, we put 100 more under contract than we did new listings. And again, that's going to, if that continues, it kind of burns away our inventory, starts to come down. Also like to point out, ladies and gentlemen, in the circle graph in orange, new builds represented 14.4% of our homes sold for the month of December. Ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to new construction, nationally, it was down. Locally, it was up, and it was a very big influencer, had a big impact on our local market to the point of just under 15% of homes sold in the month of December were new builds. Next, please. These next 5 or 6 slides are going to be some simple graphs, but things I'd like to just truly point out to you. So from active listings in Maricopa County, you're seeing on the far right of the graph, we peaked in November at essentially December 1st at 11,770. We burned off just about 90 extra homes for the month of December than we did add. So active listings in Maricopa County trended down. Next slide. Under contract, ladies and gentlemen, did go down as well. And so that's down about 300 doors, give or take. Next slide. Closed went up. And so as Sarah and I were talking before the beginning of this today, overall, December was a very good month for a lot of people and just slightly better than it was the month of November in our local market. Next, please. New listings, ladies and gentlemen, people were really pausing to have their house on the market, just enjoy the holidays and the school break and all those different things. So new listings were at 4,807. And ladies and gentlemen, if you look to the center of the graph, the last time it was that low was December of last year. So don't let that number alarm you. That is a trend, and that's part of a celebration of the holidays. Now, unofficially, in my 10 plus years of tracking numbers, it always seems to me to be the second Tuesday of January where this gun fires like a track meet and people are off to the races to want to buy and sell real estate. And that is Tuesday of next week. Here we go. Next slide, Sarah. Cancel listings. Cancel listings trended down from the peak that they had in November. Next. Temporary off market. That's not uncommon for this time of year, ladies and gentlemen, that people just like, hey, I want to pause. I don't want to be interrupted with the holidays. My house might be decorated or have presents, and just want to pause that. So again, not an alarming number, very much a trend that's consistent. Next, please. Expires. This is typically the biggest expired day of the year, ladies and gentlemen, has long been December 31st of any year. And while it was a peak in the last 12 months, it is about 55% of what it was this time a year ago at 1435. It was only 814 this year, December 31st. Next slide. As we now move into the individual months of Apache Junction all the way to Tolleson, what we're looking at here is 2 slides per city, a simple overall graph with informatics on it. Things that I really focus on are active listings. Are they up or down? So active listings in blue are up 33% in Apache Junction. They're up to 208 from 156 a year ago. And the median sale price is up only 0.6% to 232.26 compared to 230.80 last year. Steady market, busy market in Apache Junction. Please know there's a lot of new construction going on in this market as well. The slide to back that up is the next slide, Sarah. And that is the data itself. So active listings in Apache Junction 208, that's up just 2.9% from a month ago and 30% from 3 months ago. Under contract at 78 is down to 17% or what it was. Solds are pretty even keel at up just 1.4%. New listings are down 11%. And then in the circle graph in the middle, in orange, new builds were at 9.09%. Again, let's just call it just shy of 10% in Apache Junction for new builds. Next slide. As we look into Avondale, and I just wanted to point out the far Southeast Valley versus pretty close to the far West Valley. Active listings are down 5% there, but not up 0.6, but up 8% in Avondale. They're doing well by comparison. And that reflects the buying, selling, negotiating power that we want to share with all the buyer agents and listing agents that follow this data. As we move to the next few cities, we'll point out a couple here. Keep going, Sarah. We're going to take a stop here, right here at Buckeye with me. Oops, back up one. So Buckeye is up 26, down 6% in active listings. And their price per square foot is up just 1.7%. There's huge construction, a lot of warehouse building coming in that marketplace. And just look for significant things to happen, not just this month or this year, but for decades moving forward. A lot of construction and advancement in that community long term. Next, please. I'm going to have you stop at Carefree. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, active listings in Carefree are up 60%. And while Apache Junction's up just a slight percent, Carefree is up 23%. From where it was last year. And you're like, well, why is that so, Scott? Well, when you look at the cost of Scottsdale per square foot, Paradise Valley per square foot, at some point people go, I can get more house when I go further north into Cave Creek, Carefree. And this is definitely reflecting that Carefree median sale price is now $481.56 a square foot. It's had significant uptick in the last 2 to 3 years. Keep going for me now, Sarah. I'm going to have you stop, if you would please, on Paradise Valley for just a quick second. And ladies and gentlemen, as you get this data, you can click through this at your leisure and stop at any city that you want to focus on. The file always reads the same. It's an infographic on the basic and then the hard numbers behind that. And we're almost there to keep going. We'll stop here at PV. And here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, active listings are up 18%, and the median sale price is at $778, and that's up 17%. Now, it takes a bigger pull to pull the most affluent zip code in our state up, but that affluent zip code is up 17% as well. And this is the winter visitor time. This is a peak market for that marketplace. And there are a lot of people who are buying lots, scraping them, and building an even more significant home in various parts of this. So I just wanted to point out Paradise Valley as an example to that. As we keep clicking through now going forward, Sarah, we'll slow down when we get to Scottsdale just for a second. And ladies and gentlemen, when we get a chance to work with the folks at Landmark, please know they're very consistent, always do a great job. I'm proud to help them with these kind of numbers and this kind of result. And they consistently just do a great job. You got to be proud of your affiliate partners that you get the privilege to work with. Active listings are up just 3% in Scottsdale, and they're up 9.4, approaching 10% from where they were this time last year. And again, this is I'm pointing this out right now to Scottsdale because we've got the Barrett-Jackson on cue, the Phoenix Open and spring training right around the corner. So this is a prime time in the Scottsdale, Paradise Valley, Arcadia, and Mesa area for spring training and all the events that are happening from a national level that happen in Scottsdale this time of year. So Sarah, let's wind it down from here. I'll let you click through the rest of the slides. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a privilege to bring you these numbers every month. Have a great 2024. Let's all be champions of change. Let's be champions of adaptability and have a great, successful, impactful 2024. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Come join us every month on Marketing Insights and let us help you stay on top of the real estate market.